something like this. What up, guys? DCM, the podcast. Welcome back. Episode 2. This is Rob.
This your boy Dre.
This is Eric, left-handed.
All right, Just Charles.
That's what I'm talking about, guys. What's going on today, man? It's hot as on the what out here in Richmond, Virginia today.
Survival.
Y'all outside.
It won't no joke today.
Shit, man. Everything's good, though. Everything's good. What's going on with y'all today?
Hey, I mean, I just got out of court, so, you know, I'm out here.
So I hear that.
It's already positive for me.
He ain't get the mana for it.
Yo, for real. Hey, look, I ain't even want to start it off like this, but since we even said Manafort, man, did y'all see the message that Trump actually backed out on the whole detention camp thing? He actually signed the order just a little while ago, a couple hours ago.
Okay.
Ending the concentration camps and all.
I saw this. I saw it, but I thought it was just the separation.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the families are still gonna be in, but they just won't be separating. Is that it or what? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Just the whole separating of the kids,
right?
Which is bullshit in itself. You know what I'm saying? Because how you enact the order. You know what I'm saying? And then be the savior of the day to come in and sign an executive order, be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? We the savior now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I knew that was gonna happen though.
Right.
Because he kept putting it on the Dems.
His decision's so bipolar. Like, I mean, I seen it on the TV, but it wasn't no sound. So I seen that they was waiting on him to make a announcement or something. So I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he was trying to say that he felt bad seeing those kids separated and how they were crying and everything, and like, what? Like, you the one that did it to start with. Yeah.
He tried to blame it on the Democrats, or at least the hold up on the Democrats, and everybody kept on trying to tell him that it wasn't a law to separate the families. Like, we're not even talking about the detainment, but as far as the separation of children from their mothers and whatnot, that's not a law. And he kept on saying, well, you know, the Dems can just bring it to me. You know, they can make up the law, you know, make up a new law or whatever and bring it to me. And it's like, it just wasn't getting through his skull. And that seems to be the problem with him. Like, he doesn't retain information or whatever. He just says and do what he wants to say and do. That's how he moves.
That is exactly how he moves. But at least that part's over with. Can we get the rest of it over with now? I guess one piece at a time, I suppose.
Man, that'll probably be months. Really.
Right. I mean,
it's a long process, man. It's a long process.
I mean, a lot of us don't realize this has actually been going on since what, about April?
Right.
Yeah, April, May.
The story broke. Yeah. The story broke this week. So, you know, we actually late.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's how it goes, though. They do things in silence first until somebody from the media get whiff of it.
Yeah,
man. It wasn't until that senator from Oregon had taken a look at one of the facilities, and then, you know what I'm saying, that's when the media was actually invited in. So they got a chance to actually see, you know what I'm saying, the separation of the kids and the children. So I mean, the children and the parents. So, you know what I mean? But it's all the way I look at it, it's all, I don't know, that whole Hegelian dialect philosophy, you know what I'm saying, where you introduce a problem,
definitely
bring about solutions for the problem, and then you come in as savior for that problem when you introduce the problem to start.
I know a lot of people like that in my personal life, so yeah.
That's how a lot of war go. That's how a lot of war is.
Tell the truth though.
You're not lying, man. That's facts.
I do believe it, but you know what? They had them camps and whatnot set up from like long ago, and I remember watching like video clips when they were first building them and whatnot, and people were like, "What is this for?" Like,
yeah, they were getting built when Obama was in office though.
Even
you said
further
what?
than that, if you go back,
no, a lot of them were before Obama, like back before Bush even. Like, people used to think that it was a sign of like some new world order shit, to where like should anything ever become a police state, that's where they would hold a lot of the people, because a lot of those places, like not just what we've seen, you know, these past couple weeks, but there's other camps, like all throughout the United States or whatever. But I remember a couple of them in particular that had actual like basketball courts and stuff like that on the site. So they were just
Playgrounds
like,
and shit
yeah,
like
it
that for the
looks like a
kids.
school or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Uh,
But they had like barbed wire or like razor wire up on the fence. Like it was like 8 to 10 feet tall fences around a joint, and this guy like barbed wire. And they like, if this is for kids, or like if you would, if this is like a FEMA type of holding situation,
Mhm.
why would you have razor wire like so people can't get in or out? Like what was that about?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to.
I remember because I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist myself, and I remember when
Yeah,
I had got into the Jesse Ventura series, and
yeah.
he did a special on that. So you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. When I heard that they was at the former Walmart, that was one
Hmm.
of the sites. And then
Hmm.
I even read an article saying that the kids was only getting to be able to be outside for like 2 hours a day. So I mean that kind of sounds like jail to me.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
And if
man,
you
it
look at
Right.
is
how the
just like on
Walmarts
some
are set
real.
up, if you look at how the Walmarts are set up, you know what I'm saying? They're designed like a prison. You know what I'm saying? You look at the locations of them. You look at
Hmm.
Walmart as a corporation and seen just over the past 5 years how many of them stores have actually closed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
Right,
29 in Texas alone. You know what I
right.
mean? So, you know what I'm saying? And then you look at like the Sam's Club, all of these places where you can house, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people. What they said, 25 square hundred, 25, was it 2,500 square feet? Or
Hmm.
25,000 rather, excuse me,
Yeah,
25,000 square feet
25,000. Yeah.
to hold 1,500 people. So,
Hey,
you know what I mean?
if
Yeah,
you look at the word Walmart and you add that IAL, you can get martial law out of it. So I mean,
there you go.
Right. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
For real.
hey, that's
This will
facts,
turn into a
man.
whole nother channel.
Yo,
Hey, it's facts though. I mean, not facts, but I mean, it's definitely like things that point to that this that could be true, or this could be
yeah,
what's going on for real. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I definitely say that. Yeah,
Yeah,
You
it's
pay
facts
attention to
though.
But
patterns is all.
Right?
that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like just keep your eyes open, yo.
really
Just
all you
pay
gotta do.
attention and watch them because they kind of. It's almost like they practicing right now. This is like these are just drills right here.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these movies we see that this stuff goes on, we're like, it's a movie, but it could
The
happen though, man.
the idea is coming from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right,
Mm.
right, yeah. Well, I don't want to stay on Trump too long, man. Have y'all been listening to this music? Please tell me you've
Yes.
Of
been listening to this
course.
music.
Oh yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
music head,
And it's so
definitely.
much been coming out though, and it's music that I actually listen to. That's what I'm enjoying right now. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not dissing no other music right now because rap is rap, whatever. If you like it, you like it, and I don't mind that. But this music right now, oh, I'm loving it.
Oh yeah,
This is
yeah,
one of the greatest years for hip hop that I've seen in some shit.
Yeah, and it's just June. It's
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
Yeah.
June.
I ain't never think of it like that, but you could be on to something.
Yeah, man, it's pretty dope right now. I mean, you got, just from recent times, Kanye, which I haven't listened to all of yet. By the way, I still had a little grudge against him a little bit, but it's Kanye, Pusha. You had Nas joint dropping. You got what was it? Didn't Cudi drop something?
Yep, Kid Cudi
Yeah.
dropped something.
Yeah.
I
Cuddy.
ain't I
Tiana
ain't even
Taylor's
got
supposed
to
to be
that yet.
dropping something this Friday.
I ain't got to that yet. Well, all right. So let's just start with one of the oldest ones. The oldest ones, like it's really that old. But Pusha T joint. Y'all listen to Pusha T thing, all right?
Of
Right.
course, man.
Yeah.
Especially once that infrared blew up, everybody was on it. You had to listen
Yeah.
to the whole album.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. The first two songs I heard from it were What Would Meek Do, and then right into Infrared. And so then that just sounded like a setup for something going on right then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think it was pretty. Pusha T album was pretty. It was pretty pure, man. It was like something solid.
Yeah.
I definitely mess with it. I think to be honest, I felt like the Drake beef at amped sales, but I really wanted to not pay attention to the Drake and listen
What?
to the album. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing. That's the thing. I think that's what a lot of people actually started doing though, listening to the beef. Just streaming the songs for the beef. But then hopefully, I'm hoping a lot of them just stayed for the lyricists. You know what I mean?
right, right,
Mm.
right. Because I always rock with his lyrics, most definitely.
Boy, nasty though.
Mm-hmm. VA
I
man.
appreciate the strategy behind you know what I'm saying, setting the trap the way that he did.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? To get all eyes focused on the music. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Because we all know Push is lyrically strong. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, all it took like pretty much just the rest of the world to actually realize it. Because those that know. You know what I mean? That's why that song is one of my favorite ones on the song.
If you
If
know,
you know, you know.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because you said you had so many people, trying to diss. Like, I've never heard of Pusha, but you heard of him now, though. So what you think of him now? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. What you think now, though? Like, you heard of him now, though. I mean, and not just
He's
trying
just as strong as he ever been, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Boy, nasty, man. Boy, been nasty.
Yeah, strategic. He he winning, in my opinion, as far as his music go. Like I'm never really disappointed in his music for real. Like I've got all his projects. You know what I'm saying? I bump them. I mean, it's like you could feel, like you could tell, if music is coming from somebody's heart or whatever, or at least their lyrics. Like, and he one of the ones where I believe him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's authentic. You know what I'm saying?
He
Right.
ain't
So
never
that's
changed
why
up.
I rock with him. Right, he don't switch up. He is who he is. You know what I'm saying?
His style ain't changed. What he talking about ain't changed. Because I mean, it's his life. It's what he doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Then
I don't listen to Coltrane to see if he gonna stop playing guitar, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I know what I'm gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Certain
exactly,
people,
though.
you pick it up, you expecting a certain flavor, and that's what you get.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So then you go from that lyricist to then Nazir. Oh, that thing is not heavy. So you heard the Nas joint too, though, right?
Oh man.
I've
Hey,
heard it.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm hot and cold on it. I'm hot and
yeah,
cold on
I'm
it.
gonna tell you,
yeah.
like I got a couple favorites, but you can tell. I ain't gonna say you can tell, but to me, it sounded a little bit forced on Kanye's side, like the beats. To me, anyway.
I ain't never look at it like that, but I know I couldn't be on like a Friday night mingling
Right.
and mixing it and trying to listen to his album. I literally got to be by
Point.
myself and sit there and get in my mode and be like, okay, all right,
hmm
yeah, it's not something you just skim through because it's Nas. You know what I mean? So
Right.
he's legendary in itself. But from what I heard, I was like, okay, all right, Nas. It's been a couple of albums he done dropped, and I was like, all right. But this one, I was like, all right, okay, homie.
Yeah. I'm completely satisfied with everything on it. I mean, like I say, I still feel like it was a little bit forced on Kanye's side, but I'm not listening for the beats on this. I'm listening to hear Nas,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
nasty to me.
which he mentioned on one of the songs. Like he got that line where he's saying that his people listen to him, for what he given as far as lyrically.
Right.
I kind of felt like, I mean, in the past, like especially on Hip Hop Is Dead or on Kanye's projects, whenever he's got Nas on his tracks, the tracks themselves, the beats or whatever have been banging. So I was I guess I was expecting more because of the hype of Kanye and the hype of Nas. I thought this was gonna be on some, what I'm saying? I had my own expectations, but that's my fault, what I'm saying, because they're the artists, what I'm saying? I'm just, a
right.
consumer.
Right.
But I mean, I rock with about three of them real hard. I feel like Nas throughout it, some of it felt like he wasn't really feeling it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's him just, becoming more mature and just relaxed and comfortable in who he is,
Yeah.
that he doesn't need to put as much emotion into, as he's spitting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a lot of the flair and whatever that I'm used to from him.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I like the album, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm happy I copped. I mean, you can't be upset. You getting seven
No.
songs, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and it's like, $6.99 or $7.99 or whatever you done dropped on it. Like, so,
Right.
I mean, I definitely feel like I got my money's worth, It's just that I think it's gonna be one of those albums where the more I listen to it, the more I'll appreciate, the other tracks that didn't hit me off like the first time I heard them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
that happens though.
I mean, it is something that you're gonna repeatedly listen for, and you're gonna pick up new jewels on it every time. I do get that.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
when it first downloaded, I was getting ready for the day, so I'm in doing the bathroom thing, taking a shower and whatnot, and I was hearing some of what he was saying, and then I think I listened to it again this morning actually, and I was like, oh, okay, I missed that part. So I mean, it's one of those albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of how like some of like the older people, some of the people who we listened to back in the day, a little bit like Jay. Sometimes you'll get a Jay album and you'll hear it the first time, you're like, yeah, it's all right, Jay. But then you hear it a couple more times and it starts growing on you, like, okay, all right, I'm sorry I doubted you, I apologize. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's probably the same way. Maybe with this, I'm like I said, I'm satisfied with it. I thought it was a good project. Overall, couple of the joints that did pretty much bang, and I say bang, not like we're gonna pump it in the club or nothing, but I can sit there and listen to it and hit it a repeat a couple times. So I'm good with that, like, man. That's dope stuff.
You can put it on your audio in the house, on your entertainment system, and clean the house, and get into whatever you normally do around the house, and let that joint rock. You know what I'm saying?
Serious up. You can get it. Right. You can get it popping. That one,
right.
I don't know. I think Nas would have benefited from outside production on some of these tracks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Them first four was like, man, to me anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Adam and Eve rocks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that makes sense to have his voice over that beat. You know what I mean? But Bonjour and a lot of them sound like confused almost, or like conflicting with the sound, or like it wasn't mastered properly or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a producer, so I can't. All I can say is what I can hear.
Right.
That's that man Yeezy. See, I agree with what everybody is saying as far as the beats 100%. Was all of the beats a Nas type beat? No, but once again, he signed a good music. Kanye producing everybody album that's dropping this month, including Pusha T. He produced all the beats, so know he had a good percentage of say so over. All right, we putting this one on the album. Now we got to do this on the album, regardless of what the lyrics was or the content or how well it sound. That was probably a Kanye decision. You know what I mean? I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah. But does that speak to his narcissism? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
it does.
To have, I mean, just to go back to the Push album, like Push album was already done and ready to like fly off the shelves.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
You scrapped it.
Yeezy want to pull the shit back, and I want to hear that. I want to hear that album.
Yeah.
Right.
But Kanye said he did it on his own album. Kanye scrapped this whole album as well.
But you know what? That's kind of wild to me. And I peeped it, how he's doing. It's almost like the last minute, it's like a last minute rush job with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I know in one of the interviews Pusha was saying, I think it might have been on Drink Champs, but he said that like the night before or the night of, like, the evening before the midnight drop of the Kanye and Cudi joint, that intro that Push is on, Push said that he had hit him up earlier that evening and was like, yo, I need you to lay down, blah, blah, blah. And Push was like, yo, I got a show in like Montreal. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Like, I'd have to get it into the studio and whatever, lay down my vocal. I ain't gonna be able to do it. And Ye was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to put this joint out at midnight. Like, I need you to spit this joint. Like, and that's how he did it. Like, he literally did that joint like within the 24 hours before it was released. Like, that's how bugged out it is. Like, the whole process of Ye doing, making his mind up one way and then completely changing it, doing a 180 the next.
Right. Yeah.
That's getting on my nerves, you know what I'm saying? Because he kind of messing with the art.
Yeah, I was just saying, is that messing up the project some? Is that rushing the project, therefore not putting out the best product you can put out?
Yeah. Because it shows that he's not as sure anymore. Like you either gonna take your time with the tracks, you're gonna get your stuff in order well in advance, way before the release. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
you're
Have
gonna
time to
do what
listen
he
to it.
does, which is like almost like a perfectionist type of move, but like with Dr. Dre, for instance. Like if Dre hears some stuff and he just don't like it at the last minute, he not gonna put it out. But the thing about that is with Dre, he does all that fuckery or whatever like way before the release
Mm-hmm.
is even supposed to happen. So the fact that Yayo changed his mind like within a matter of months or weeks or a day, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Of the
It's
release
a
of a project.
scatterbrain. It's very
Did, did,
scatterbrain.
That's
did
crazy.
anybody watch the whole Charlamagne the God and Kanye interview?
Yeah, I did. I
I haven't
watched
seen
it.
any of it.
I
Yeah,
think on that interview he was talking about it. It was either him or Pusha T, and he was like, I remember back in the day when we had a deadline for an album.
yeah,
He was like, now we can finish whatever we finish, and if we feel like it's an album, we can have it launched by midnight. I
yep,
can't remember who said it, but that's pretty much what he's doing. He
yeah.
Yeah.
feels like it's
Exactly what
ready,
he's
so he's just dropping that shit. He ain't waiting on no label. He not waiting to no deadline. He just
doing.
mixing it and dropping it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy to me
And
though, man.
it's messing up a little bit, but it's Yeezy, so we already expect crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's disruptive. It's his move. It's the way he likes to do things, and I think it's dope, honestly, for the culture. You know what I'm saying? To use that quote unquote catchphrase. You know what I mean? That's what I think it's turned into here lately. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? For an artist to be able to be in direct, to be able to just put out their product whenever they want to, I
Yeah.
think it says a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the dope part.
That's a dope part, but don't work on it 24 hours before you drop it though. Just
Yo, but you know what? But you know what? How
but
about this?
Kanye can though.
Yeah, but you could.
But can
But the
he?
thing is, release as is. And if you're gonna make changes, like this is kind of what he did with the Life of Pablo situation. Like, if you're gonna make changes, you know what I'm saying, after you done put out the project or whatever, and whether you want to call them remixes or just additional songs or whatever, and release those later, say 2-3 days later, whatever. Just do it that way. I'd rather that than for you to, because he talk about the deadline, but at the same time, when you say stuff's dropping at midnight on a Friday here and there, you kind of giving yourself a deadline. So how
Yeah.
about just don't give the date or none of that. Just drop the music. Like don't let nobody know. Do like Jay-Z and
Beyonce and
Beyonce
Jay-Z.
did. You know what I'm saying? They stuff was in the can. It was already lit. They was waiting to release it, and they just dropped it when they felt like dropping it. Just do that. Just create the music. If you feel like dropping it the same day you made it and it sound good, do that. If not, you want to work on it, whatever, do that. But that way, you ain't got people complaining. Yo, where does Nas join at? Yo, like I'm up.
Right.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. They say at midnight. And then you got
Yeah.
memes, you know what I'm saying? And Nas like sitting like he can't upload the joint or he trying to learn how to upload the joint, you know what
Those
I'm
were
saying?
funny though. Those
Like
were funny though.
Hey, yo, that joint was hilarious, bro. Cause I was one of them. I woke up. I went to the good music releases, and I woke up Friday and like 10 in the morning. I'm on Apple Music. Like, where did Nas
nothing.
joint at?
Well,
Yeah, man.
I ain't get that joint till Saturday morning before I went to the barbershop, yo, Saturday morning. And I was
Yeah.
like, and then next thing you know what? About 4 or 5 hours later, here come J and B. It's like, well, I'm gonna cop them too because hey, ain't nobody tell y'all to wait a whole 24 hours before I could get the Nas joint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And between the two albums, honestly, I listen more to the J joint. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Hey, but
that's just not.
do you think Jay-Z did that on purpose, man? Just kind of like just a little spite on Nas.
No, no, no. I don't think it has me personally. I don't think it had nothing to do with Nas at all. I think if anybody he was touching up on, it would have been Kanye. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay.
I think him and Nas cool. You know what I'm saying? But with all the stuff that was going on between him and Kanye, I
Yeah.
think. And you know what? And it ain't even full of malice like talking about because he gave them their release a whole 2 days really because it was supposed to be out Friday.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? They was gonna have Friday, they was gonna have most of Saturday, and then boom, then they was gonna drop their joint. But you know what I'm saying? Nobody say You know what I'm saying? Not to load the joint when it was supposed to drop. They just needed to get it together on their end.
Nah, they're trying to load it up on live wire. It wasn't working, man. It ain't wasn't working for him, man.
They kept catching viruses, man.
Plus two on their album, a lot of the jabs I see are at Kanye. That's how I'm taking them.
Really? See,
I mean,
this
you
is
know,
the thing.
some of it might be Drake, but I think the majority of it is at Ye.
Yeah, that's crazy because everybody think that it's Drake that he getting at. I will talk about that too, but yeah, everybody think it's Drake that he getting at, not and not Kanye. But you think it's Kanye though?
I for sure think I know it's Kanye he tapping that. Yeah. Yeah.
When I finish this, I gotta go back to the album because I listened to that junk 2 different times today. I missed all that.
Yeah, it's on that. One of the joints is on that song "Boss." I think it's number 4, called "Boss."
Okay.
And he pretty much just like, yeah, you rather deal with the man than work with me. Yeah. So I mean, I thought he was talking about Drake and the Apple Music thing, but maybe he's talking about Kanye.
Oh man, yeah, I gotta go back to that.
What's up with all the subliminals though, man? Why we gotta have those though?
Right. I mean, we all know that niggas ain't gonna fight for real. Just say it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody fighting for real but these young niggas, man.
Rest in peace, X, by the way.
Yeah, most deaf.
What's that?
I was saying rest in peace on X.
Triple
X.
Yeah.
That's that's crazy. That's crazy, yo.
Yeah,
Joker had to go out like that.
That's when rap beef or whatever kind of beef he was having goes too far.
Yeah, man. But it's sad because I mean, the reason I started listening, because I actually was listening to some of his music before all this transpired, and what made me listen to him is I just kept seeing him on YouTube and World Star fighting and stuff, and I'm like, why is this dude so popular?
Right,
you know what I mean? And so at this point, he was actually calming down. Like, I don't know if it was his case he had for the domestic violence, but he was a totally different person. So for him to go out like that, yeah, that it was definitely unfortunate, and to be 20 years old.
Well, man. Yeah, it's unfortunate, and I'm not saying anything because rest in peace to him. But the thing is, you know, when you do a lot of dirt, you can't expect the dirt to stop just because you stop.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's gonna come back on you eventually, man.
Yeah, I had an old friend tell me a long time ago. He said, just because you're done with the streets don't mean the streets done with you.
You're damn right about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, you know, I think it definitely has something to do with his back in the day, you know, ways and everything.
Yeah. Shit, we done jumped off the damn J and B and jumped on X and everything. Lord Jesus.
Hey, we all
it's been a busy week.
It has.
Yeah.
It's just Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just Wednesday, yo. All this has happened since last Friday. Since between Friday and now, it's crazy.
Bro.
Man, what time to be alive. So Jay was getting at him on that, but what about the rest of the Beyonce, the Carter CD?
I mean, it's good music, man.
It is.
No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? It's really rock music, but you know.
I can't hate it. It's for real. It's our age music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's tight.
Yeah.
I think I read a tweet, or I don't know, I can't say if it was a tweet or article. Somebody like summed it up nicely. They said, this is part 3. This is act 3 in a play by Jay-Z and Beyonce. So you got the first act, which was Lemonade. You have 444, which was the apology. You know what I'm saying? And the vulnerability that usually happens after a man gets caught doing some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the comeback, you know what I'm saying? Letting everybody know everything is love.
So
I don't know, I just found that very dope.
Yeah, I want to hear a little bit more about this. Say now what now? So this is act 3 out of how many acts?
3 act play.
Three.
Like a play.
Act play.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but so far we got 3 acts in a play. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta think how artistic or how artsy they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anytime you could shut down the fucking Louvre.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And shoot a video.
Lisa?
Yeah, man. So
it's that on it though, but yeah.
So is anybody gonna reach out to them and try to like see if we can get this play popping? Do like the old Tyler Perry shows back in the day.
I was gonna say, just as long as it ain't Tyler Perry.
Please don't.
Just as long as it ain't a Medea situation.
If that is a well choreographed project. Like that's something they could pull off though.
It is.
You can make a play out that shit, yo.
I would go see that shit, and I don't fuck with plays. I did theater arts and everything, and I still don't fuck with plays, but I go see that
shit. Yo, didn't they do a play? Did they do plays based off of In the Closet? R. Kelly?
Did they?
I could have sworn they did plays off that, yo.
Come on, man.
Stop playing.
He had so many.
Hey, you lied. I gotta see proof.
I gotta Google this shit, man. In the Closet. I'm Googling it right now.
Come on, Atrial Theater.
Play. Trap in the Closet.
Eliminate the play.
Oh, no, it's Monster in the Closet. All right. No.
Yeah, it's wild, yeah.
Nah, but I think as far as the subliminals, you know what I'm saying, that there's a lot of them in there. The one that struck me the most, and I don't need this, may be me or maybe me reaching, but the Twitter feels the same way, is that, you know what I'm saying, for the culture, they biting cornrows now, you know what I'm saying, put the scarecrows up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying that could be like a sub at Kim K. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the MTV Awards, she has, you know what I'm saying, she came through with the fly corn braids is what she called them.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Oh.
All right, wait a minute now.
Yeah, I did see her on there, but you know what? In a way, I didn't think nothing of it.
Right now, you know what I'm saying? I might be in my chatty patty bag, but you know, I'm just saying.
Hey, that's all right. I love it.
If we talk about subliminals, you know what I mean? I know how Jay is.
Right. Oh, I gotta
might
see
be.
This. Oh yes.
Might be.
Well, you know the word is B don't like Kim K, and that's kind of the reason.
Yeah.
As far as how Kanye explained it, that might be a reason why him and Jay are so distant, other than him doing his rant and rave and going crazy.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Cause you name a relationship, you name a friendship that you still got where your girl don't like the other's girl. You know what I'm saying? It could be your dude from like 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? If the females don't get along,
right?
Y'all niggas don't talk no more.
Nah.
Yeah.
Just passing, B.
You be seeing each other one-on-one type of thing, like go get some wings and some beer, something like.
Right.
But as far as going over each other's house, that might be out.
You gotta sneak date your homeboy and some shit. You
Ain't
know what I'm saying?
about
No
a
homo
business?
type shit. Like,
yo, niggas just talking through text and shit now. That's what's going on.
like, what's good, family? I miss you.
What you doing over there? What's popping right there?
That's how it is, though.
How you get the WYD text from your family, though? That's
nah, son, don't do that, yo. Don't do that. Yo, I don't want it, man. Yeah, but that's on the real though. So I can see the subliminal. I gotta look this up, yo. I know this gonna be here somewhere.
But you know what? Him with that whole TMZ and Trump situation, I think that kind of put the stop on a lot of, you know, getting up with when it comes to them, because I feel like J and B on something else. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't with all that. Joint. Yeah. I got my MAGA hat signed. Like what?
Yeah,
like, you don't know what we try to do over here. Like you better step all the way back. Like get all the way back from us. Like we ain't trying to have that energy around us.
Man, I want to say it's the medication, man.
Nah, man, the dude is off his rocker though. But I can see that though. I can see where like, yo, we gotta split ways. I think I read a post the other day. It said maybe you shouldn't lose friends over political things, but there are some things that you need to take a stand on, and it's okay to snip your friend off. It's all right. It is sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That's not the message we're trying to get through right now, man. We've been working years for this, and then you just gonna wear a MAGA hat though?
Yeah, I mean, I automatically get offended when I see a black person with one of them hats.
Just automatic, yeah.
Like,
just automatic.
I'd rather you just say you're a Republican, but to put that hat on, oh man.
It changes.
I kind of look when I see it. I kind of laugh. Like I ain't even gonna lie, yo. It just looks weird. You know what I'm saying? It's just a red hat with white writing on it, but it seems like for what it stand for against like some black skin, that joint look crazy.
Yeah, for
It
real,
just
though.
it looks the optics of it looks wild to me, yo, and it's like it's so funny because I'm thinking to myself, like, you must not read or like watch
Yeah.
TV or have a
Plays.
phone or nothing. It's like how you it's real strange, man, because it's like everything the administration seems to stand for is based in racism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like,
I mean, it's very basic.
define the last word. Define again. What do you mean again?
Yeah.
Again.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah,
Hell
like
nah.
It ain't make America greater. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
make America great again.
Again.
yeah, before these darkies started winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
But you know, they
gotta
got
do it, though.
dreams of grandeur anyway. You know what I'm saying? Great for them was when Reagan was in the office. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right, true.
That's their idol anyway.
And half of them don't even do, the things that Reagan was really after anyway. So they don't even know.
It's like the jobs are so great. You know what I'm saying? Like the economics is, going in an upswing. Jobs, we getting
Yep.
jobs and
Crack cocaine.
black unemployment. But then at the same time, it's like, so is jobs getting better, or are the Mexicans all trying to take your jobs? Like, which one is it? Like,
Right, yeah.
like,
both.
you know what I'm saying? It's like bipolar politics.
You know how when your girl, like, okay, when you arguing with your girl and she just starts throwing a whole bunch of fucking words at you.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like with this presidency and this administration. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
everything is a distraction. You know
yeah,
what I'm
you're
saying?
right,
Like,
though.
if you look at, like, you gotta think about what was happening before, you know what I'm saying, before this whole, you know what I'm saying, illegal immigrant and kids being separated from their parents shit.
Right.
It was us getting closer to finding out, you know what I'm saying, Trump's ties with Russian collusion. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Man, I forgot all about that.
Well,
right, and that's what they want.
It worked. Look, it worked.
It's like somebody just throwing a whole bunch of BS swings at you, so you can't focus on decking them in the fucking nose or something.
There you go.
Yeah, straight up. That's exactly what it is.
God.
But the thing is that we can forget about it, but Robert Mueller ain't forget. He ain't on social media. That's right. All that
But
matters.
you know what? I tell you this, in all honesty, I don't think he going to jail ever. I don't think you'll ever see Trump in jail. At the most, he'll get impeached, but he ain't going to jail.
That was never a thought in my mind. I'm like, this nigga ain't going. Well, this guy ain't going to jail.
He's a new Teflon Don.
Yeah, he really is. But I don't care if he go to jail. I just need him to go away.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's what the investigation is trying to do. Just trying to get him out that office.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Honestly, I think
all of this is setting up for his future endeavors. You know what I'm saying? He's networking right now. You know,
absolutely. That was the whole point of this anyway.
Oh yeah.
I know we getting a little far out there, but he even going as far as trying to increase how long you can be the president.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah,
I can imagine that.
Stretch that joint to 10 years, man.
Nah, son, we gotta. Yo, this is why it's so important to vote. Like, I hate talking about like voting things, but we really gotta start voting, man. Like, serious up, yo. This is...
And don't just vote in the national election. Like, you gotta vote local.
Yes,
like,
vote local.
That's what affects change.
Yeah, that changes your immediate surroundings. You voting local, man. That's what you really got to do.
And essentially, that's what we can control anyway. So,
true.
Yeah, for real.
True. Really.
I ain't gonna lie. I was one of those. Fuck that. I ain't voting this year. And now I'm seeing shit go down. I'm like,
nah, man. I should have voted. Anyone, please go get registered, vote, and vote and study first. Like, don't just vote because you see the D beside the name, because the Democrats ain't always for you either.
Right.
Yeah.
And don't go out there and vote because that's the trend. Because we in those days now. Everybody trolling and clout chasing and doing whatever's in trend and whatnot. And you going out there voting and don't even know what this person's standing for. So
right.
But you got to make sure you vote, because soon it'll be, oh, you haven't voted in how long? Then you lose your right to vote.
Yo, I can see that happening though. Yeah. Wait. You said heard about it? Like they didn't say something about it?
Yeah, they in the midst of doing all that right now.
Oh,
what?
Shit.
Yeah. Look it up. Look up like as far as like losing your right to vote. They've been chopping it up. It's about to be a thing to where, like, if you haven't exercised your right to vote over like so many cycles or whatever, you just lose that right automatically.
Don't even worry about you, B.
Yep.
Dang.
Wow.
It's crazy. I
You
saw
might
that
have to have a spin-off, like
Monday.
Conspiracy Theory E or something, yo. Like,
No. That was on the news. That was on MSNBC.
Yeah, that'd be dope though.
They was talking about that on Monday.
But on
Monday
some real
morning.
Jesse Ventura shit, like, just, you know what I mean?
Hey, I'm all for
Like-
it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I am a conspiracy theorist. I just try not to tell people because they look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Like you Alex Jones.
Yeah, straight up. Like, oh, here go
I
this
be
dude
catching
again.
myself having
I click the foundation
I be
and the build of
looking
birds.
at motherfuckers' faces, and I be like, they think I'm crazy as fuck.
Yep, that's how I be feeling. So let me shut up, man.
Oh, hold up. Speaking of conspiracies, how do you feel? Do you feel that Trump knows something about UFOs now that he's trying to start the Space Force?
Hey,
Yo, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
He has to.
Mike.
He has.
That
to.
was the first thing.
The only thing I know about that is what I've been seeing on social media, and I'm like, all right, so this Space Force thing must be serious. And
All right.
the first.
Because
thing
why
I
would
said
he
was,
do it?
This nigga know about aliens for real.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, all seriousness, I'm kind of in favor for this. Am I crazy for that?
What?
In favor for the whole space army. I don't know about space army, but some kind of something more than what we have in space right now.
Nah,
If
man.
it's real, yo.
I ain't for it. Leave that shit alone, bro.
Yeah. I say don't mess with all that. Let's mask the Earth right now, yeah.
Whatever.
We need
whatever-
to mask the
If
Earth.
we honestly do the knowledge, Space Wars again was going back to Reagan. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
that was nothing but lasers on satellites. You know what I'm saying? To stop
Right.
nuclear weapons coming over from Russia
Right.
during, you know what I'm saying, during that time, during the Cold War.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? So to take it a step further to be the first, I think that's what he's after. You know what I mean? Like he's
just to
trying to
do it.
solidify a legacy. So to like rewrite the history book. So he will be viewed as the greatest president ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's throwing a whole lot of bullshit out there because something's gonna stick one day. You know what I mean? And then people are gonna remember him for
And then
something.
he can say, "Well, I invented that. I talked about it, or I enacted it." And
Can we remember him for being impeached? That's what I want to remember him for. I don't remember him for no space, nothing. I don't remember him for no, I don't know, care what else he gonna come up with.
I mean, a lot of people forget Trump. I mean, a lot of people forget about Clinton being impeached. You know what I'm saying?
True, man. He ain't going nowhere, so I don't know, man. That's anyway. We got way off topic on that one, Joe. But still, it's like I don't know. It's like anything that comes up now. 45 get thrown into it. It just is what it is. It's what life is right now, man.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a blender.
Sheesh, man. Anyway, we can wrap it up here, guys. I really do appreciate everyone. You know, I will put everyone's links in the description. So your Twitter links, Instagram, whatever you want. That way we take a look at it. It is the DCM. Jeez, I'm about to mess it up. DCM podcast episode 2, and we out.